Hello, I'm Pastor Jeffries, ambassador of the Philadelphia Church of Universal Brotherhood, located at 530 Eastern Parkway, Brooklyn, New York, in the heart of Crown Heights. And I am so happy you took some time out to be with us today. We are happy to be with you. And we just want to pass by to say uh, what a great time it is that we're living in. I know in the pandemic, but in spite of that, we all have an attitude, a special attitude. And we need to keep in mind that having the attitude of gratitude is what's going to get us through this second phase of the pandemic, if you will. Uh, if you're looking at me, God has brought you through. If you're watching me, you've survived the first part of the pandemic. And although they're telling us we're ready to get into the second stage, even now, I want to talk to you a little bit today about the attitude of gratitude. When I think of gratitude, there's certain words that come into my mind. You say gratitude, and I think classy. You say gratitude, and I think dignity. You say gratitude, and I think appreciativeness. A certain class of human beings comes into mind when you say gratitude. Maybe it's because it's so closely related to grace or graciousness. A gracious person has a nature of gratitude. It's not uncommon nowadays, but it's not prevalent either. Today, just for a brief moment, I want to stop by your place to talk just a little bit about that attitude of gratitude. On this Mindful Monday, I want you to keep in mind, although closely related to Thanksgiving, gratitude is somewhat different. While Thanksgiving is right around the corner, this is a good time to talk about this. Okay. An honorable person is a person that displays these traits of gratitude. Gratitude is really synonymous with civility or graciousness, gratefulness, I should say. An honorable person displays gratefulness. And that's a good trait, I might add. Dignity and honor are still admirable traits and qualities in human beings. It's not as common as the old days, but men and women with good character still display these qualities and behavior. Truth be told, it is a distinction to be known as a dignified person or a perfect gentleman or a lady of distinction or gracious woman. It's great to be known as that even today. You surely will find the attitude of gratitude present and practiced by these persons. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude begins with counting your blessings. In simpler terms, gratitude is expressing the thanks for gifts we receive. Genuine thanks, genuine gratitude helps to see the little things in life that are often overlooked, yet they're so precious. I'm grateful for something that I receive that I know that I really don't receive, or I don't think I'm really worthy to receive it. In those cases, I have a spirit of gratefulness or an attitude of gratitude. I'm on a spiritual level of gratefulness. My spirit is appreciative. My spirit worships in a grateful state, spirit to spirit. Have you ever wanted something so badly that you could taste it so badly that you yearned after it and you kept after it and you kept wanting it all the time. It never diminished. The longer it got, the more you wanted it, and then you finally got it. Well, when you finally get it, you have that feeling of gratitude, that deep, deep feeling of thankfulness. Gratitude is something that is felt, especially when you get it and you didn't really think you were going to get it, or you didn't think you were really deserving of it, and then you get it. That's when you great. That's when you're really gracious, and that's when you display that attitude of gratitude. Why should I even want the attitude of gratitude, you might ask? Well, that one is easy. God loves a grateful heart, and He taught a lesson on gratitude in the Bible more than once. But today, we just want to focus on one that we might all remember, or if not all of us, some of us remember it. In the book of Joshua, in Joshua chapter 4, Joshua commanded the leaders of each tribe of the children of Israel to collect 12 stones. He said that he wanted them to remember their stay there. He wanted them to remember what they experienced. He wanted them to take out of the Jordan River and build a monument with these 12 great stones. Now, these weren't small stones, these were large stones. And he said, because they had to set them on their shoulders, but he said that this may be a sign among you that when your children ask their fathers in times to come, saying, what mean ye these stones? Then you shall answer them that the waters of the Jordan were cut off before the ark of the covenant of the Lord. When we passed over the Jordan, the waters of the Jordans were cut off, and these stones shall be a memorial unto the children of Israel forever. So this was an act which demonstrated gratitude. God taught his chosen people to have an attitude of gratitude, not just for themselves, but this was for their children's generations to come. Their children were to follow, and their children should remember to have an attitude of gratitude and teach it to their children. So this attitude of gratitude will be forever and ever. A monument of stone will never depart. What a lesson for you and I today. Those stones stand even today to remind us not only that the nation of Israel was gracious, it stands to remind us that not only the nation of Israel should maintain the attitude of gratitude. It's good to be gracious. It's good to show forth a grateful heart. And that lesson is for us today to cherish and to keep in mind, so we develop this attitude of gratitude, this attitude of a grateful heart. Do you need a gratitude adjustment? That's a question you need to ask yourself. Do I need a gratitude adjustment? We're living in a day where it's far more easy for people to criticize than to praise. So to express disappointment is easier to do than to express gratitude. To complain, it's easier to complain than it is to give thanks. To count our losses rather than to count our blessings. Nevertheless, we want to turn that around. Gratitude is an attitude and a response of thankfulness to the kindness of God and others. When others are kind to you, aren't you grateful? When we realize good things, when we realize that every good thing we have in life is a result of God's goodness and kindness, we should naturally become grateful. We should naturally have this attitude of gratitude. Gratitude is a true response when we realize that God owes us nothing. Mercy is not something that is deserved, it is God's gracious gift. Thank God that we don't get what we really deserve. But you ever stop to think about it? He gives us mercy and grace instead. Gratitude comes when we understand how much God has given us and how much He has done for us and how little we reserve it. We deserve it. When we really think about how much He's already done for us and how little we deserve it, then we have grateful hearts. And you know something? I'm going to let you in on a secret. Gratitude grabs God's attention and changes us as well. There are so many studies these days about the power of gratitude. Thankfulness can rewire the brain. Gratitude can help us to overcome fear and anxiety. Yes, I said gratitude can help you overcome strain of stress and anxiety. It can remove that stressful feeling in your life. Gratitude can release our hearts into greater joy. Gratitude is the key to sustaining optimism. So, what are you grateful for? Have you ever done a gratitude challenge? Well, I'm suggesting that we take the holidays and start each day taking out 2 minutes or 3 minutes a day, just giving thanks to God, just sitting still, maybe on the edge of your bed and wondering, oh, wow, what else do I have to be grateful for today? Start your day that way. It's a great way to start your day. Perhaps you can start a gratitude journal. Be intentional about it. Take time and be thankful. You know, when you have a grateful heart, your day goes better as well. Whether you feel content where your life is right now, or you wish things were different, you can make a decision to be grateful, be thankful. If you have a hard time believing that gratefulness or thankfulness can make a big difference, challenge yourself to a week. Take a week and cultivate gratefulness. Take a week and cultivate thankfulness. Before you get out of bed in the morning, thank God for three things in your life. Ah, before you get out of bed. As you go through your day, recognize and vocalize gratitude for the traits and the kindnesses of others. At nightfall, offer up a prayer of thanksgiving for three challenges that you're experiencing. Give it a week. See how it goes. See how you feel. If you're starting to see a difference, give it a month. You know, it only takes 21 days to make a habit. And if it's doing good, you might want to make a habit of being grateful. You might want to make a habit of having that attitude of gratitude. Try it out. I think you're going to like it. I think you're going to have good success. God loves a grateful heart, and an attitude of gratitude brings about a grateful heart. I want you to take your time and think about this, cause this is Mindful Monday. Keep it in mind. And by the way, I hope to see you again next week, same time, same place. Tell a friend about it. If this has done something good for you, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Not only that, but pass it along so someone else may also have a blessing from seeing this. God bless you. Keep your head up and remember, the best is yet to come. God bless. Have a great week.